Hello, everybody. I thought it might just be easier to get on here live and just share some of the finds that I brought home from that tag sale that I happened upon on Mother's Day. The lighting out here is horrible. We got everything out of the car, and I said to Matt, do not put anything away because I want to share what I found. So I thought I would share just kind of in a quick live what I got. So we were kind of out of town. It's like a half an hour away from us. And we were just driving. We love the neighborhoods there. So we were just looking at the houses. And I saw a dresser outside. I should always say, if you can see me and hear me, I'm out in my garage. Let me know if this is working. Comment hello or where you're coming from, so I know this is working. But anyway, so we were driving around this neighborhood, and we had some time to kill. And then I saw a dresser outside, kind of on like the city part of between like the sidewalk and the street in the grass. And so a lot of times those are curbside finds, right? And I'm like, what? And it was on my side, so Matt didn't see it. And so I said, stop the car. And it was a really cute dresser. And so so he stopped the car and like put it in park. And then I saw a sign kind of behind the dresser that said tag sale. So I've shared it here many times. Tag sales, estate sales, they're just not my favorite place because I feel like the prices are just so high. But if you can find things on the last day, like at 50% off or 75% off, I say go for it. That's when we usually go. And so it was a Sunday, and I thought, well, let's just go check it out because it's got to be the last day. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I shared some of it while we were there in my stories. And anytime I walk into this house, it was like an old, almost like Victorian home, right? And so it was inside on the first level, and then it was outside in the backyard, and then inside the garage. So anytime there's an old house, and so as soon as we got to the backyard, kind of, there was just like broken down wicker and like green wicker, and just like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like my heart starts pounding because I know this is going to be good. There were some like broken wood chairs, but like old chairs. There was an old cabinet with doors, and I'm like, oh, you know when you get to a good sale. And so we always start in the garage. So that's another little tip that I would share with you guys. I think that the best stuff is usually in the garage or in like the basements or the attics. I'm hoping my 3-year-old neighbor doesn't show up during this live. So in the attics, the basements, and the garages, that's where we love to spend our time. And at this sale, I'm just looking here. Everything I bought, except for a few of the smaller things, were in the garage. And I didn't get a ton of things. It's not like this whole garage is full of stuff, but it was the last day. All the prices were, their price tags were over old price tags. So I knew it was like on sale or whatever. And when we were in the garage, the guy said he's ready to deal. Like he wants to get rid of as much as he can. So just a short story, like when we were checking out, there was an old rocking chair, just a wood rocking chair, you guys. And there was this amazing frame, and it had an oil painting in it. It was like a nature oil painting or whatever. I didn't see it when we first walked in, sitting on the side there, and it was on that chair. And so I saw that the chair was sold. And then she said, I'm looking at this painting thing, and she's like, that is sold. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then the guy said, well, we could sell it again though. They haven't picked it up yet. But it was unbelievable. And those times when I'm at sales or like thrift stores and I see people walking out with like amazing things, it's almost worse for me. Like I just can't see those things because I'm like, if I was here 3 minutes earlier, 2 minutes earlier, or if I would have hopped out of the car while it was moving. No, just kidding. But you know what I'm saying? Like it just kills you to see those things walking out, and you could have had it beforehand. But that painting was pretty amazing. So I'm going to flip the camera around. Again, it's not a ton of stuff, but it's kind of fun stuff and stuff that I always pick up. So I thought I'd just share it with you guys because I think it's fun to see what other people are picking up and finding. And it's fun to finally have sales to go to. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them here. Like I said, I'm in my garage, so I'm hoping this is working. Okay, let me flip. Can we flip around here? Yes. Okay, so this is just Matt's workbench. So you guys know I pick these up whenever I find them. This one's just all wood. It's ready to be painted. The top, obviously there was a plant or something here, but some sanding will get rid of that. This will definitely be a DIY project. You know what we should do sometime when I do these? I should do like guess what? Guess what the price was? And the first one that get it right, I send you a gift card or something. That would be kind of fun. But yeah, so anytime you find these wood stools, and I get them at different heights. I've got little ones, bigger ones, tall ones. The taller ones I use as end tables because we have smaller rooms in our house, and they're the perfect size for just little spaces where you kind of want an end table, but you don't have enough room for like the proper end table. This chalkboard was another find, and it's on the back it says to so-and-so from grandpa or something. So I don't know if he made it. This sucker, it's tiny, but it's heavy. It's so heavy. So Matt's going to use it out here, or I'm going to come out here and just make a bunch of lists of things that he can do or make. So that was another fun find. But anyway, you can add like a piece of wood. This one, well, you could just add it here and here. You could screw it on. We have done that before too. So then you have two levels that you can put things on and still use it as an end table, if that makes sense. And they're just great in front of a sofa. Stack your books or magazines on top of here. I just love wood stools, and I will always pick them up. Secondly, I found this basket, the patina. You can't really tell here. It was just a good basket. It was sitting on the garage floor when we got there. It's a really, really, really good size. So I grabbed that basket. Again, baskets, these are great inside cabinets for organization. They're good in so many places. So I always pick those up as well. This is an old match. Okay, it's just telling me it's out. It's like, wait, you're in your garage. I don't know if we're going to have good connection. These match holders, I wish it was still this color. And I don't know if I can get it down. Oh my gosh. Right here live, it may be happening. Oh, what? Oh my gosh. Well, that might be easier. Even if most of the green came through, that would be really cool. But these are really cool to put succulents in. Down here, they can be real or faux. And you can plant things that come out the top, and you could put them on a fence post or on something outside. But that green needs to come out for sure. Same thing with this mailbox. You can use these outside, and you can put just a plant inside there that can kind of pop through. We also use like the bigger mailboxes outside in our yard to hold gardening tools, and it's the best thing. If I remember, I will share that. I will go out there and show you. A lot of ours got damaged in the derecho storm we had, but so we've got one that we were able to still use. But this would be cute, again, hanging on a fence in the backyard. You could put tools in it. You'd probably want to cover this, but yeah. So I grabbed that, and look at these. These are handmade. They are like the best color. I had to grab those. So they are just. So when I was checking out, I had the guy that was there. I said, "Is this your stuff?" And they got it at a thrift store. So a little story behind the sale. I said, "Is this your stuff?" The guy that was, and he said, "Yes." And he said, "Well, do you know so-and-so in the town we were in?" And I said, "The coffee shop in the town we were in." And I said, "Oh, yes." And so his ex-wife actually runs that coffee shop, and she has a lot of old cool stuff that she picks, and then she will sell inside the shop. And so I guess it was his ex-wife. And so he said, "So I can't take any of the credit. This is all her taste and some of her stuff that was left over." So I thought that was kind of cool because I really like her taste. You guys. Okay, I'm freaking out now because I don't see the other. Matt must have put it somewhere. So can you see this thing? So when I first saw it on the wall, I'm like, it was just leaning up against a wall. It is black metal, and it goes all the way across. And then there was a finial thing here on this end. Please tell me we haven't lost that. You guys, it's an old curtain rod, and these clips still work. So it was so inexpensive. I just had to. Wouldn't this be fun? If you guys have seen our living room, we have a peg board that's got the pegs coming out of it. This would be so cool on a wall, and then hanging different like botanicals or something framed in those, how I made the inexpensive botanicals with the Walmart frames. if you had a bunch of those and then they hung by this, I just think that would look so cool. And I would just leave this patina on it. It's just, it's so, I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's just too cool to leave there. And then this, I've shared before, that's a project I have to do. There was a bag, I'm always looking for hardware just because I'm always doing projects. And so there was a bag of these. They're kind of, knobs have this and this. So anytime I have see knobs, I look for them in thrift stores, yard sales, anytime you can find them. I mean, I always try to shoot for at least, if you can get 4 of the same, that's great. If you can get 8 or 12, that's even better. But again, these will definitely, I will use these. And then when you're doing furniture projects, you don't have to run out and spend a ton of money on a hardware. And then there were also poles in there. This is just a wood knob that you can, sometimes you just have something that needs one, like a desk or something. But so always be on the lookout for hardware. And then I found this little bench. Poor connection again. This little bench here, again, little benches, they'll always be picked up. And this was a free find, not at that sale. It was a different sale. Okay, and this, I want to know if you guys can see me. I need to do this project. I think this will be really cute. I even have the label. I don't know if I need to pause every time it tells me that it's pausing, but you guys look at, okay, so this was, okay, you can't see it very good. And of course, Matt gets it. I mean, bless his heart. He gets it all so we can get cars and stuff in here. Can you guys see the color on this? It's green. It's like a green. Here you can see some of the green popping out there. It's chipped perfectly. It is so stable. So it's an old drop leaf table. I love the way it looks as is. I'm trying to, so you guys can see this a little better. Look at that. So for pieces like this, I'm going to share inside, oh, you can see kind of the green there too. I'm going to share inside the Creative Squad how I will finish this and still leave all of the character and the, it's so good. That was the first thing I saw. And again, it was underneath, a bunch of stuff on it was for sale. And a bunch of stuff underneath it was, or on top of it was for sale. So always check. A lot of times they are. So in our backyard, we used to have this somewhere else, but it's, it got ruined in the derecho, but we get these big, this one needs to be painted. This is just an extra one we had, but, so he has it secured on there, and then all the garden tools are in there. It's just when you're out here working on, it's paused again. So someday I'll paint that, but after the storm, we're just trying to get things kind of back to normal. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that. And that was, I think, it for the sale stuff. It's telling me I have poor connection. So let me I just want to see if there's any questions. Okay, now I'm in the porch, so I should have better connection. Okay, I'm just gonna look through questions quick and see. Hello in Florida. I'm sure it's warm there now. It's working good. From Maine, another place I want to see. Switzerland, hello in Switzerland. Hello in Tennessee. Whoops, I just slipped through them. Sorry if I was breaking up a bit. Somebody said you were breaking up a bit. I was out in my garage, so the internet's not so great. So I'm sorry. Charleston, South Carolina, the one place I for sure want to visit in my life. I think, yes. I mean, there's a lot of places, but Charleston, I think I would absolutely love. It keeps buffering. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm hoping when I hop off here, and when it saves, that it'll be better. Isn't that rod cool? Somebody said, yes, love that rod. That rod was so cool. You could do so many things with it. You don't have to use it for curtains. You always pick up hardware. You have to. It saves so much on your projects. Interesting finds. I loved them. They were good finds, and to just happen on a sale like that, that's so exciting because yeah, you just never know. And it was a good sale. There was a lot of stuff that was sold. There was a lot of stuff still there that we didn't buy, but and it was good stuff, but we just got those things. I feel like there was something else that, like, did we bring it in the house? I don't think there is, but okay, I'm just going to hop off. I'm going to hop off here. Come on down. So much to see here. I can't even imagine like all the things that there are to see there. Just the houses and just the old, I'm sure your stores there are amazing too, but yeah, I think it would be awesome in Charleston. So I will hop off here. If you have any questions or comments later, I always come in and look at them, but I just thought I'd get on a live. It'd just be easier to kind of show those things. I am taking you guys thrifting with me tomorrow as part of the Iowa Junk Tour, so make sure you stay tuned for that. All of my friends from Iowa, I got together some other accounts here in Iowa, and every day this week we are sharing different like shops or antique shops, flea markets. I don't think there's any flea markets yet. Just stores, thrift stores, just different junking areas around Iowa. And we all kind of have a different day, and we're all taking you somewhere different inside of Iowa. So we're all in different areas. So follow along for that. You can check my stories for that today, and it'll kind of go through the schedule and what we're doing. But tomorrow is my day, so I will be taking you with me tomorrow. So inside stories. So stay tuned for that. Okay, I think that's all for now. I will hop on again sometime soon.